Was there a trailer for...
Tier list time?
I've stalled you long enough. It's time.
Oh no, it's tier list time.
It's time.
Hold on, wait, tier 150.
I just realized the
Five
top
to-
version I have is kind of scuffed. Hold up. I'll do that.
I've tier list act.
It's gonna be kind of scuffed regardless, I think, but I don't know how to fix it. Because like, I want to make it so it's more of the screen, but then I'd have to stretch it, and it's gonna look bad. I think. Hang on, I'm gonna test something. Hold on, it might look shit for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, I need to do this so I can put my OBS on the main monitor. Oh wait, it's gonna scuff it. I feel like it looks kind of scuffed. I think that's scuffed. I don't know if I like that. Like I just manually adjust it every time.
Crazy.
Huh.
So true.
Well, shit.
Okay, that looks like a
That's
lemon.
about as good as I can get it, I think. Unless I cropped it. I could crop it.
Uh,
I think it's fine, though. Whatever. Ah, fuck. If you want the top tier experience, you know where to go. Alright. Cool. Alright, chat, it's time. Hold on, I need to do my rearranging.
we'll keep
First
chat on the
up,
side in case.
rearranging must be done. This isn't the normal one I use because the one I have didn't have Ultron on it yet. Actually, let me double check. The one I have doesn't have Ultron on it, right?
I feel like I know why he's
I
real.
think it does.
While he does that,
No, it didn't. Okay,
I mean,
I
if
like
I'm
this
wrong
one
here,
better because it's bigger and
wrong.
it looks better, but
we've been said. Rearranging them
it doesn't have Ultron,
Ink,
so I can't use
so
it.
we can go. Yes.
Okay.
Or so we can short side. 3 different short plus the
There's a better way we can
plus the line.
make it work. I do all tanks first and
Tell me if I'm
supports
wrong.
last, so I gotta rearrange. Put over here, down here, up here, up here, up here. So I got this right? No, in this.
That, bro. Set
Looks good to me, right?
segments.
All the tanks are in the front, DPS in the middle, supports at the end. Looks good? Okay, cool. All right. You're scared of tier lists? Why are you scared?
Alright. Predictions.
Hurry up, dude. No. I will sit here and I'll wait. Now what?
That. So. Like I agree.
That's what I thought. I'm not doing an alphabetical order. I'm not doing that. Chat! It is time for the far too early tier list.
Oh.
Normally, we wait a little while, but it doesn't matter anymore, apparently, because everyone puts theirs out like day 1 or day 2. Ends up, doesn't matter how accurate it is, if it's almost completely correct, even if 1 or 2 things are off, everyone complains, so fuck it, dude. We're going to do this day 1. But I also played day 1 for 18 hours. I played day 2 for 16 and a half, almost 17 hours. And then last night for 13 and a half hours. Now, I'm no mathematician, but that's a lot of fucking time. So, granted, things will probably change, because even day 1 meta looks very different from day 2. So it'll probably be cooked in a week. But you know what?
Probably.
Who cares? At this point, fuck it. I get asked like 19 million times a day for it. Sure, you can have it. So this will probably be far too early and probably be far too fucked up. But that's okay. That's part of the fun. Starting off with the man, the myth, Hulk himself.
A to S tier.
Hulk is pretty good. Really good actually, but I wouldn't say top tier. Dive took a big hit this season, but not unplayable. A lot of people have been forcing this propaganda that Dive is dead. I don't think it is. I think that is the Dive players who are just like,
Just not as easy.
Like a little bit upset that it got hard nerfed. I do not think it's dead in any way, shape, or form. I think it's actually still in ranked pretty damn good, depending on bans. And so Hulk Namor is pretty good. It's not top tier. There's definitely better things to pick. But I think Hulk himself is fine. I think he's actually pretty good. I would argue this is the weakest Hulk ult has felt for a season. He also did lose the Iron Man team up, true. However, though, the Iron Man team up didn't really mean dick anymore. It was like 10 extra damage. Hulk, very good. Not a must pick, though. There are going to be a couple other tanks on this list that I think are just far better, and we'll get there. So Hulk's going to probably be on the lower end of A. The lower end, but we'll get there in a second. Emma.
You can't solo tank.
Emma got nerfed pretty hard.
Still fire.
But I think she's still arguably one of the best tanks in the game.
Grab that seat.
I know this might sound crazy to hear, but I think she's still top 3 easily.
Oh, yeah.
Top 3 easily.
Shield, reduce damage.
In the tournament we were playing, if any of the tanks of Mag or Groot got banned, Emma got played every time. Every time. And sometimes got played even with them banned. But most of the time it was if Mag got banned, Emma got played. If Groot got banned, Emma got played.
Because there's no bad tanks.
So,
but he's like B tier.
The reason for that is a couple things. 1, she's still really good. 2, she pumps out a lot of fucking damage. 3, Dive is still pretty damn good. The anti-dive propagandists are doing their best to sell people that they got over nerfed. If Emma gets banned in a game, Dive goes crazy. Emma is like one of the big things that keeps it that big. Shield got nerfed too. That is true. The shield did get nerfed. But even with all those nerfs, I think she's still fine. She's actually still really good. Couldn't see for a second. By the way, Poet, thing with tier 1. Corvallis, thing the prime. Or tier 1. Braid, thing the prime. Dark, thing the tier 1. War and Peace, thing the prime. Johnson, thing the prime. Fence Post, thing the tier 1. Appreciate you, thank you. Oh, Wayward Squash, thank you for the prime as well. Okay. So, I'm going to give an early congratulations to Penny players. Penny players, congrats. For the first time in a Flats tier list history, you are not the worst tank in the game. Let's give it up. Give it up.
Woo! Low key, I feel like thing's the worst.
Your come up has been well needed and well worth. Congrats to you. I'm actually excited for you. I have a feeling Penny actually might be disgustingly OP in the metal ranks, because she's actually pretty good in ranked in the higher ranks. Not OP, but like, you bump into the good Penny players, you're like, uh-oh. Like, you're not in for a good time. Now, you might be saying, Flats, why are you talking about Penny? That's not next on the list. Well, because we're next on the list is the worst tank in the game.
Yep, I knew it, bro. Thing is not there, bro. C tier?
Now, hear me out.
I mean, just playing tank is B tier enough.
Hear me out.
Yeah. Gotta say, dang.
Hear me out. Just because he's the worst tank in the game doesn't mean he's bad. Just because he's the worst tank in the game doesn't mean he's bad. Someone has to be last. That's how life works. Okay? Someone gets to be first, and someone has to be last. Thing happens to be last. The reason why Thing gets cooked so bad is
Shield.
Emma's really good.
That too.
Thing is pretty good at dealing with dive with his E for supports, but more importantly, it's his slam.
Whatever it is.
But Emma does it better.
True.
So there's no reason to pick Thing. But where Thing is actually good, triple tank. Triple tank Thing,
Ooh.
actually kind of strong.
Isn't-
Where do you run triple tank?
Has
On a
nice
couple of
little-
the control maps and the Fantastic Four map. I'm sorry, there's no way Hulk is better than Thing. That's fucking bait.
Yeah, that's
That is horrendously low tier bait. Regardless though, and spawn holding the Fantastic Four map. Basically, you all group up in that small room at the front of the door, and you just basically just play super stacked up. And you get big damage, big healing, and survivability. Thing honestly never even got nerfed that hard. They nerfed his E a little bit. And then, was there something else they did? I think it was just his E, but Emma just farms him. So it's kind of fucked up.
if Emma
Venom.
couldn't grab Thing, maybe he'd be a bit better.
This is a ranked tier list with a little bit of a sprinkle of like higher tier play, right? Because like Thing, like sorry, not Thing. Ranked and pro play mirror each other at the high level a lot of times because people end up practicing heroes that are strong, or end up hearing by word of mouth what's strong, or they get to see professional matches played and they're like, oh, this is really strong. I'm gonna copy that, right? So that's where it comes into being a
Kakashi
little
in the
bit
training,
of
bro.
both. Venom, though, I do not believe any of these propagandists. I do not think Dive is dead. I think that is full Dive player propaganda. Every time I've played against a good Venom player, we have to do multiple things to shut him down. It's harder. Absolutely. It is absolutely harder. Don't get it twisted. It is not dead, though. It is not dead. That is propaganda. That is propaganda. The Dive enthusiasts are trying to shove down your throat to try to get them to be the strongest, most powerful composition in the game. Do not fall for the bait. Do not fall for the gambit.
Yeah.
Venom's still pretty good. I don't think he's top tier though. Like,
Yeah,
I think
there's-
Venom's probably low end of A. Like low end. You mean Poke? No. I mean, Poke is the best now, but that doesn't mean Dive is dead. You're hearing me, but you're not listening. You're hearing me, you're hearing me, but you're not listening.
Ain't hearing him. Y'all ain't hearing him.
Venom is better than Hulk? No. Strictly for the team up, no. Strictly with Hulk having the team up, no.
Jeff
As a
Symbiote.
one-to-one character, yes.
I mean,
As a
not better
one-to-one character, yes. Hulk versus Venom, Venom is better. What Hulk
I think
brings
Venom's probably the
overall,
J-
no. Jeff team up? Come on now, let's be serious. Let's be serious.
Am I wrong about that, Chet?
Thor.
S tier.
Thor
Got buff.
is interesting
So good.
because they definitely nerfed his survivability too much. They nerfed his survivability far too much, but I understand why they did it.
At least A tier.
He's ass. I'm sorry. If you think he's full ass, I don't think you're very good at him. Don't get me wrong. They went too hard on the survivability. But I understand why they did it. If you look at game to game, you do like
Thor's-
30% more damage now. You are a damage merchant. You absolutely farm. And so where Thor is good right now
damage.
is against especially triple DPS comps. You know why Thor is good against triple DPS? Because you're like a fat DPS and you fucking farm them in 1v1s. And on triple DPS comps, a lot of times they're trying to flank, take angles. You take that 1v1 with them, you beat them most of the time. It's actually very good versus it. Now, if you're trying to play Thor traditionally or you're trying to play Brawl Thor, yeah, you're going to get cooked. Don't get me wrong. That playstyle is cooked. And I understand why they did it. Because if they kept the survivability of what it was, and gave him the extra damage uptime he has now, I think you are crazy to not think he wouldn't take over the game. I do think they got to give some back, though. He definitely needs a little survivability back. Whether it's the shield, they undo the shield nerf, or they give him a little bit of health back. I think that's probably one of those is definitely fair. But I do love the hammer change, the right-click change. I think it feels good. I think it's nice to get the Thor Force back. I like the little animation cancel thing you can do to do double awakening. The other change I would take, the other change I think that would be really, really beneficial for him is the ability to cancel awaken form. I think even if you don't want to give back survivability, let you cancel awaken form would be fire. You know why that would be fire? Because it would allow you to take those DPS flankers on, you fuck them up in a 1v1, kill them, and then let's say you have 2 seconds left on your awakening form and they turn to kill you. You cancel it, you right-click somebody really quick, get a Thor Force hammer back, and then you just shift out immediately. It would actually probably benefit him a lot. I would like to see them add the ability to cancel awaken form before they do survivability changes just to see how he feels, but he probably needs that. But if you think he's straight up bad, I feel like you're not being...
I think he's A tier,
You're just being obtuse, I feel like.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy, Chad?
Like I feel like you're doing it just to stay on like a train of
so
like...
good.
You know, like, this is bad, raw. You know, like, you're not being objective, right? Because, like, you can say certain things are good or certain things are bad, but, like, do you not see, like, the giant uptime changes? Like, his damage is crazy. Like, he does way more damage per game now. Like, he does so much more damage per game. That's why they probably took away the survivability. Did they do too much? Absolutely. Does he need more back? Absolutely. But... it's crazy, you know? At least be open to it. At least be open to being like, hey, you know, like, this is good or this is bad. Because, like, if you just stay on one side and you don't move, like, I don't think anyone wants to listen to you. You know? At least that's my opinion on it. Magneto. All right, let's just get this. There's not much to say here. Best tank in the game, and it's not even fucking close.
What?
You can pick Mag every single game. Like, if you want... okay. I feel like this is going to be the season that nobody wants to play tank. Hear me out. From what I've seen and from what I've felt, tank feels kind of low-key the worst role this season to play after playing for like 40 hours already this season. Don't get me wrong, it feels like a lot like season 1, so I've actually had fun. But there's two things. There's two big problems. One, there's flyers all over the place, and playing against flyers as a tank is kind of miserable. And two, CC creep is very real in this game. The CC creep is actually extremely real. And because the CC creep is so real, I feel like sometimes you just get absolutely ass blasted into oblivion. And what I mean by CC creep, I mean...
happened earlier.
Well, Penny's better.
Plus.
So you probably see a lot of Penny in metal ranks, but in the higher end, Emma for the tank role is a big CC'er. You have still Groot, who's really good still with his walls. Wolverine has played a ton. Then you have the whole flyer comp of Star-Lord, Torch. Storm is insane.
I actually haven't had
Storm is like a ban every game. So a lot of them you can't really deal with. Bucky's still really good. On the support side, you have Invis, Loki, Ultron. You can't even reach him because he's going to be flying away most of the time. So it just kind of like sometimes you kind of have to play really slow. So yeah, that's why I think Mag feels pretty sturdy. He's always at a good spot. Best tag in the game, not even close. Penny. Penny is actually kind of scary. I think Penny is low key, pretty fucking scary. Not a pick every map. More like if you lean into her niche of like being more defensive and like holding corners with the Rocket team up, like those couple games I've bumped into actual good Penny players, I'm like, That being said, though, that being said, the good Penny players are still rare, right? Like you can't just, at least from what I've seen in my games, like you just pick Penny and like think you're gonna win, like it doesn't really happen. But if you get a good Penny player, oh my god, it is gross now. Like they actually fuck you up. So I'm assuming metal rank Penny probably goes fucking crazy. Penny Parker under Venom is crazy. I'm not going to justify that with a response. But yeah, hey, you know what though? Real talk, happy for the Penny players. Hey, genuinely, legitimately happy for you. Glad you're no longer the worst tank in the game. Genuinely, I'm just fucking great. Actually, you know what is actually pretty good against Penny now? Real talk. Hey, I'll tell you a little secret sauce. You didn't hear this from me. Thor into Penny. You got a really annoying Penny player? Thor. Hey, I did not like. Hey, you didn't hear it from me. Thor into Penny actually fucks her ass up. You fucking. Because she's so big and tanky and just stands there. You just awaken for him the whole way through. And then you walk up on her, hammer throw, one click, left click, the entire way through. You just blow her up. She can't do anything. She actually explodes. And especially if she's trying to protect her web, her nest, you just target the nest. You know why? She just stuns you for what? Half a second? Oh, ooh. Not the half a second stun. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not the half a second stun. Whoa. Oh, no. Okay. Anyways. Doctor Strange. This is a hard one. This is a really hard one, actually. This is a really hard one. My soul tells me S. Okay. My brain tells me A. And the reason why my soul tells me S is because
that's so much.
He actually builds ult pretty quickly now with the new E change, so he has no more fall off again. Dude. So you just like build up to 100 charge, and then you like slightly walk behind their tanks, pop your E, hit 4 people, and then go back to your own team.
And nice damage.
The ult is still one of the most impactful tank ults in the game. The TP strats are always top tier. But his neutral game is still just lacking a little bit of oomph. A little bit of oomph compared to what I consider the top 3 of the tanks. And let me put up the last one after I go to the bathroom, because I gotta pee. Chat, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already. I need 2 minutes. I gotta pee. All right, one sec. BRB.
Root is S tier. Probably A tier. Balls took a nerf, but hit on him. Yeah, I don't know how fast it's edited. I just cut this.
Oh, I feel much better now.
Upload this.
I feel much better. Ugh. Okay. What the fuck? Why are there so many TikTok people? Lady Scarab thing the prime. Frankly thing the prime. Buddy Mac thing the prime. Curtis thing the prime. I didn't know that the TikToks eat up the Fearless so much. Goddamn. Did you agree Mag is better than Strange outside of exactly Portal? No, he's just better over the time. Or everything. Alright. Let's continue, shall we? Strawberry Night, thank you, Prime. Appreciate you. Groot. So Groot got nerfed pretty heavily this season. They gave him a few nerfs, especially to his walls. Both his Iron Wall and his Grass Wall. He's still a S tier though. He's no longer a permaban. No longer a permaban, but definitely still in the S tier category. The big three ends up being Mag, Emma.
Oh, not
Groot.
Flash.
And if Groot gets banned, Emma Mag is arguably the best tank comp, give or take a little bit. If none of the tanks are banned, Emma Groot.
I just want to
kind of low key can work in there. Tank comp, and it's also ranked. But so like in ranked can work in there, and it's also ranked. So like in ranked, you're not always gonna have top tier synergy anyways. So like Mag is like a we can work anywhere type of comp, which is weird because like I have Mag above Emma and Groot, but if no tanks are banned, Emma Groot is like kind of the best comp. You know, which is weird to say, I guess, but also Emma Mag is insanely good too. So don't get it too twisted, you know. Last but not least, my boy Captain America. Freedom got a big nerf this season.
Oh,
Freedom got sent to communism.
Oh.
That being said, though, don't let anyone fucking tell you otherwise. He is still low-key not bad. I don't think he's anything insane.
Germany.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. He still works. I think everyone's afraid to play him. Because they're like, he got nerfed so hard. His survivability did take a big nerf. Do you know who the best cap players were, though? And what they did? They didn't stand on point and survive for 9 million years unless it was overtime. Those motherfuckers showed up like a thief in the night off of an off angle, deletes one of your supports, and just disappears. They don't need that survivability. He also struggles against flyers. Absolutely, you are correct. That is also probably why you don't see as much Captain America. He does struggle versus flyers. You're completely on the money for that. But you still absolutely fuck those backline supports. They are dead. Especially if they're not getting peeled, they are dead. Just like with Venom. I don't think Dive is dead. I think it's actually still okay. But it's not the best comp in the game. So you'll see as this develops,
Captain
Poke will still be at the top. But Flyers are not very far behind. Dive, of course, will be taking a bit of a backseat to them. But isn't bad. It's not bad in any way. Third supportal. Yep. It is a third supportal. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, it is what it is. All right, there's your tanks. I feel pretty good about that. Who can counter Cap? Emma. Emma, for sure. Also, hey. Just saying. I have played a little bit of Thor versus Cap, and it was not bad. It was actually not too shabby, but like I'm not willing to stand on that one. It was only like 2 games, so. But Emma for sure, and Hulk actually. We played against insanely talented team in the Ignite tournament. It was our top 16 match, and it was against Aura Boy. If you've seen him, he's the Captain America player, insanely talented Captain America player. I ended up having to go Hulk and sit on my back line the entire game to make sure he didn't kill them. And that was my whole. That's how I played the game. I sat there. We went Namor Hulk, and I literally didn't do anything the entire game. All I did is made sure that their Captain America didn't kill my backline. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, just admit you're wrong about Cap, my brother. You're actually delusional. Did you just miss the part where I talked about playing in the top 16 of the Ignite tournament against insanely talented Captain America player, and like we had to literally swap to stop him, and I had to sit there in the back line and use my bubbles and my exile as my 2 tools to keep him from killing my backline.
You reflect. I mean,
You just could ignore that. Okay, cool. Enjoy Plat, I guess. Anyways, but yeah, so Cap actually, I think low key will be long term fine, but in the short term, I think people are scared to play him. I don't think he's bad though. Fine. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. Does the exception make the rule? Of course not. Of course not. However, though, I always look at the top tier players to see how they adjust and see, is that a viable adjustment that the average player could end up making over time to play that character. And I don't think realizing that you can't hard frontline and realizing that you have to play a more flanky playstyle with him and just delete supports and run is an impossible task for the average player. I don't think it is. I think they'll be fine long term. Black Widow. So Black Widow's interesting because Flyers are hard meta, but Widow's still terrible. But also not. It's also not. Because, like, a lot of games you ban Hawkeye, you ban Hela, right? Might ban Punisher. If they're running triple Flyer, Widow's not an awful option. She's really not. I might be crazy even putting her this high. But I think she's actually I think she's not bad. I think she's very middle of the road. Also, I forgot to make an F tier, but I don't think I'm sure you need an F tier. I don't think any heroes are F tier right now, but I'll still make it anyways. Norjon thing the prime. Epic for life thing the prime. Kato sword thing the prime. I think here's the thing though. The reason why I even though I think Widow's like not terrible and like I'm a little bit higher on her than I think I should be is even though I have good Widows on my team sometimes, I never win with them. That's the thing. Even if I have a good Widow on my team, we never win. Ever. I don't think I won with a single Widow all season. Even if they're good. Even if they hit shots. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I don't lose to them very often either. You know? Hero has too many exploitable weaknesses. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, man, am I tripping putting her this high? I might be. I don't know. I feel like with all the Flyers being meta and people banning all the hit scans in ranked, it's like not bad. But it's not good either.
I'm just saying, I've never won with a... It's rare.
What else is C?
Really...
Like
although
Mr.
I won't lie,
Fantastic.
every time I'm going against an
spoiler, I guess.
app.
I'll come back to this one. I'm gonna keep it rolling. I'll come back to this one.
We get
you know, I said there was not going to be any F tiers, but I changed my mind. I am going to put one in F tier.
He's a meta. F tier?
Everybody, pour one out for the BP players.
Oh,
I was talking to Samju last week because I was asking him about TikTok streaming because I know he's TikTok streams a bunch. And he was telling me about Black Panther, and I'm like, dude, how do you get on and play Black Panther every day? That shit looks ass.
You got one.
He's like, dude, when he gets buffed one of these days, dude, my stream's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be so fun. And I was like, yeah, see you in a year. Oh man, he's not that bad. He's horrible. There's legitimately no redeeming quality at the moment. Like, think about it. What is meta right now? Poke, Flyers. So the Poke Flyer comp is meta.
And
BP already wasn't good.
got wings, bro.
And he's a melee flanking DPS.
We all saw the movie.
What do you think that man is doing?
We're struggling.
Nothing.
He had some.
That guy ain't doing shit. You can't even do the double spear, double dash somebody. You actually can't do it. You're just dead. Like, there's no one to dash. They're gone. They left. They went home. They went up in the sky.
After season.
BlackRock Umbrella thing of the prime. Man like Nav thing of the prime as well. I appreciate it. I don't know. I think it's a tough world out there to be. Shouldn't dive be good versus poke? Yes, which is why I think Dive is not as nerfed as people think it is, and is not as terrible as people think it is.
Better character.
BP is the exception. That character just sucks. Period. That's it. He got nerfed into Oblivion. Flyers are meta.
Oblivion.
Yes, Dive is good into poke. BP is the exception. Hawkeye. Yeah, let's just get this one out of the way. Hawkeye is banned every damn game. If Hawkeye isn't banned, he's one of the hardest carry potential characters in the game. And it's not... Oh, it was Blackrock Umbra. Oh, my bad. I apologize. I can't read. AFK thing the prime as well.
10/10. What do you mean best dive character the game? He
Funny, bro. Everyone was hating on Hawkeye. Bro pulls up to the function.
Mind.
All of a sudden, everyone's dead. They're like, oh.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, so. Anyways, what about Luna banned? Even when Luna's banned, honestly, Hawkeye gets banned more than Luna. If you ban Luna, people still play Hawkeye. You have to ban both. Like, I hate playing against Luna. I ban Luna whenever I can. Fuck playing against Luna. Playing against Luna sucks. Playing against Luna sucks because you get Luna Loki and you can't play the game for 24 seconds at a time. It's awful. It's horrible. Banana thing 5 months. So that's why I'm like, ugh. Hawkeye, though, even without Luna, still gets played a lot. Melts tanks, melts supports, melts DPS. Arguably the highest one-man carry potential character in the entire game. Easy S tier. Joining him in the easy S tier is arguably the strongest neutral hero in the game, Hela.
People.
She has no weaknesses. She has no weaknesses. Hela is good in every situation, bar none, in ranked.
Bar? Times 20.
Pro Penny is A tier. Show me some pro play Penny. And if you link me a streamer, I'll fucking crash out. Because streamers are not pros. Newsflash, I'm in that category. Regardless, though.
That's a pro.
Regardless,
that is a pro. May not be top one. But that's professional.
Hela, best neutral character in the game. Good everywhere. Actually good everywhere. Insane. Legitimately insane. I don't even know why they buffed Hela. Why did they buff Hela?
Also,
couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Kind of crazy, actually. Kind of crazy. Permaban every game. Human Torch. All right, this is where things actually get interesting.
A to S tier.
So Torch got nerfed, but I think he's actually still really good.
Oh, A tier?
I actually think he's still really good. I don't think he's bad. I'm leaning low A, high B. But I don't know which one I want to put him on the list yet because everyone just looks at... See, here's the thing about making tier list chat. You guys are all saying low A, high B. Like, you agree with me. But if I put him here, some random TikTok chatter is going to scroll by right now and go, why the fuck is he an A? He's more B! You know what I mean? It's like, oh, God. Like, like, that's the hardest part about it, you know? But I actually agree with you. I think I'd probably put it more towards the A. Because he is actually really, really good. And with Flyers being all hard meta, and Storm gets played a lot, but Storm gets banned a lot.
Yo, chat. I need to toggle my my shift to, like, there's a setting where
he's good. He's still very good. He is actually still really good, even with the nerfs. Iron Fist, though. Yo, they took his ass out back and shot him 6 times in the fucking head.
He perfect blocked it, man.
And I couldn't be happier. This guy, kind of bad now.
No! You can't say he's worse than Widow, bro. No. I refuse to. That's crazy. That is crazy. No. Widow is not better than Iron Fist, or none.
If you bump into a good Iron Fist player, you still respectfully ban the Iron Fist if you know who they are. So, like, that means it's good enough to still nerf, or to still ban. Like, you bump into a good BP player, you're almost never banning them. couldn't care less.
Bro,
But they nerfed a bunch of things about him, and also
oh, Widow, man, that hurts.
flyers are meta.
Hurt. What I'm saying.
A lot of the tanks that are meta
Caleb,
right now
stick
are
together,
your
bro.
Mag
Caleb,
Emma.
now.
Iron Fist doesn't do that phenomenally versus those tanks, right?
Oh,
Um,
kind of right. Brute Mag, kind of so tough because.
I don't think you should buff him though. I think he's one of those characters that you can't really buff. You know, I think he just makes the game miserable for everyone, for metal rank players, for high rank players.
Fight
It's
back.
ass.
Fight back. Fight back.
You know, I can't explain. Can I explain to you the rage I feel
I miss my single player.
if I
game,
shoot
bro.
an Iron Fist who's looking the opposite direction in the back of the head, and he's blocking, and I get that ta-ting noise?
Fuck, bro.
Why?
Dragon, bro. Protection.
Why does his block
Protect
behind him?
everywhere, bro?
That's not how that works.
Nah, bro. Dragon.
I shot you in the back
Cumbersome.
of the head. Why are you... How the fuck does that work?
I mean, he's got the cheek covering his whole body. How Sue has her force field. We're accurate.
I don't get it.
Cannon. It's canon, bro. Cannons. He still got these cannons.
Aura? I want to go home.
Ain't you home?
I want to go home.
Home.
That will not be an acceptable.
Go home, bro.
All right, let's move on. All right,
character.
so this is where we get real interesting.
A tier.
This might be controversial,
Dog.
and you might go, what? S tier.
S tier.
This is an actual ban-worthy character
I mean, his ult is good.
quite often.
He has arm. The
Dino
Ultron.
Dance.
S tier is going to look pretty packed this season, I just realized, because I'm not even close to done putting characters in that tier. Holy shit. Yeah, he's really good. And I mean really good. Yeah, he gives the team up with Ultron, which is not terrible because, like, it's not a great team up, but, like, everyone plays Ultron. So, like, fuck it, give him more buttons, he gets more stuff done. Iron Man this season is better than Gamma Iron Man. Agreed,
Yep.
even though he got nerfed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd say he's better. Like, stats-wise, he's statistically worse. As a character in play, he is better, though. Not because of the team-ups, though. But also, Gamma only gave him
Like-
10 damage. Like, have you guys read all the patch notes from Season 0 up till this season? You would have read that they basically got rid of Gamma. Like, it didn't really exist anymore. Like, it was 10 extra damage. That's it. You know, it didn't really do a whole lot. That being said, though, Iron Man does a few things really good. Iron Man is one of the only ways in the game to stop the Jeff Storm team up combo. Jeff
Maximum
Storm
pulse.
team up is completely uncounterable by support ults. We lost against Luminosity in the tournament, the Ignite tournament, $3 million Ignite tournament,
Okay.
because our dumbasses did not ban Storm.
Because Marvel made
And we
Hawkeye
didn't have a Storm
somewhat
player.
weak or a meme in the
Oh.
movies. That's why they made him OP here, lol.
That's actually funny as shit. Thank you for the 3. We legitimately lost because we could not stop the Storm ults. And because we didn't cap all 3 points, even if we were winning the neutral fights, they just comboed Storm ult Jeff ult, and we couldn't live. It was impossible. Because they would just eat us through Cloak ult. They would
Although-
eat us through Invis. They
Maximum-
would eat us through Loki. Like, it did not matter. We
Maximum.
legitimately couldn't survive.
Jarvis,
So,
wipe this fish from the
Iron
ocean.
Man, though, can one-shot it. You can one-shot the tornado with ult. So, it's legitimately one of the only ways in the game to stop it.
Gonna get
You can't eat through Luna? Yes, you can. You can't eat the Luna, but you can eat all the teammates in the Luna. So can Psy? Can Psylocke kill Storm in ult?
back with.
Does she? If you solo ult it, maybe. Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Question. Does the Psylocke ult hit the Jeff and the Storm? Or does it only hit the storm?
Probably just
With damage boost? Well, what about without damage boost?
that's
So the way people use Storm, the Storm Jeff team up, I'm jumping ahead here a little bit, so a little bit of spoiler. The way the Storm team up is used, at least in like insane games, like your really high level Eternity tournament level games, aka that's probably how it'll start working in like a month from now when like everyone else learns how to use it, is you actually use support ult for support ult, and then you use Storm ult on top of it, right? So like both supports ult to keep their team alive, and then you do the Storm team up, and so you trade your support ult for the enemy support ult, but you win the fight every time. So like your Storm can't die because they're getting support ulted.
I was just about to say.
Does that make sense? Like, let's say you have 2 Luna ults, and so one team Luna ults, second team Luna
then you have
ults.
maximum pulse.
You Luna ult your Storm, so she can't die, but the Storm will eat everybody through it, and so you win the fight. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. 3 ults for 1 is a bad fight economy. No, because it wins the game.
Yeah.
Like, you win. Okay, so if you're playing escort or payload, right? Most points are 2 fights.
Yeah. True.
One at the beginning and one at the end.
That's
right?
Sometimes
If
you
you
don't even
win
get the second
one of those in the neutral without the combo,
and then you combo, boom.
you win the
get
second one for
checkpoint.
free every time. They can't stop you. It's legitimately impossible. You don't necessarily need your Luna ult to win, but if they're all going to turn and shoot the Storm, it is at least an organized play. It is needed because they'll shoot the Storm and kill her before the ult goes fully off, right? You're right though. It isn't necessarily needed per se, but it is an absolutely uncounterable way without Iron Man to stop it. It's crazy. It's legitimately insane. Mag Bubble doesn't last long enough. You can literally just sit on the mag's forehead. You can just sit there. The mag bubble will end. You know what? Let's say you run into a team, the mag bubbles, eat everybody else, turn back around and kill them. Like it'll end by the time you come back around. It does not stop it. I promise you. Diamond form can.
I think she'll.
But you know what you do? You just wait for diamond form. You just wait to see it go off. You know.
Then wouldn't Iron Man get?
So yeah. Also, hang on, chat. Give me 1 second. I gotta check something really quick. I completely forgot, and my chat keeps disconnecting. Give me 1 sec. BRB.
Flats, huh?
Pull up the game. I don't know, because if you pull up Scarlet Witch, Jeff team up, it's that big AoE. Ash you, bubble or that, but it pop that ult because you proc her hand. I mean, they could just. I don't know. Not a bad idea, but Iron Man. I don't know, because he kind of shoots a bit faster. What is base? I played so much earlier. She was. I'd have maybe Magic. I'll try to predict the next. Magic. Fantastic. He doesn't really have any team up. Fantastic Four. It's not bad. Not bad. Especially with the.
Ow.
I'd say.
Okay. Sorry about that. We're good now. I checked something real quick.
Thanks.
Talks about, I think, before it's shaded. All right, where was I? Oh, Magic. Okay. Man, this one pains me a little bit. I feel like I can't rank Magic very high.
C tier.
Rank doesn't matter, it's skill. I'm sorry, hold on. I had to. I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
Gotta reword that.
Rank doesn't matter, it's skill.
So then what is it rank Trey? It's all good. It's all good, bro. Bro's about to crash out. Chill, Flash. Chill. We good. Do I end this whole man's career?
I've read some of
Crashing.
possibly the dumbest thing.
Oh, he's crashing. He's crashing.
Do you think they actually believe it?
I don't know. I'm
All you guys always say rage bait, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. We're like
past the rage.
4 for 4 this week on people saying it's rage bait, and then they like quadruple, quintuple, double down, and then when they get banned by mods, and then they go through the mod chat thing, like they're legitimately still serious. Like they're not, because they're not even talking to me anymore. Like they're like, no, I'm dead. Like I'm actually like, remember that one guy, the COD guy, who's like, I'm a top tier COD player and I'm stuck in bronze. Like, remember that guy? Dude, that guy argued till the day he died that he was actually good at the game, and like he was actually seriously asking for help, and he wasn't baiting. And everyone in chat was like, no, that guy's rage baiting. No, that guy was dead serious. You know, it's actually wild sometimes. I don't know. Also, rage bait culture is kind of cringe, but like, hey, that's just me. All right, let's get back to it. Right, Magic.
I don't know, just the profile pic.
In good faith, can't put Magic very high. I feel like I can't, you know? Like, I think Magic's still good as a character. Like, she's still really good. But, like, man, is this just a bad meta for her. You know?
Out of Magic.
Like, all the flyers are meta. Poke is meta. And she's like a divey melee DPS. You know what I mean? I feel like I can't put her any higher than C, even though, like, a good Magic is still, like, really scary.
Oh.
See, she's just not like, this is just like the worst meta.
Just like stalking you, and they're just,
you know,
let you just see a little. See,
honestly, like I feel like.
Hold on, wait.
Why are so many of you guys saying B tier, brother? What? No, I'm thinking D tier. You guys are saying B. I'm thinking D. You guys are crazy. She's the melee dive DPS character in flyer poke meta? Are you crazy? I'm already being generous. This is a generous C tier, by the way. This is a generous C tier. Generous C tier.
Iron Fist deserves to be moved.
Very generous
I don't know,
C-tier.
bro. He deserves to be moved. Just me, though. All good. Right. Your C.
I'll leave it, but that's a generous C tier for sure. Very generous, and I can't believe the people that are saying B. Who I will give a B though is actually the Mr. Fantastic guy.
What? No S tier?
I think he got a little nerf, but
oh yeah.
I don't think he's actually bad. I think he's okay. I just don't. Like, I don't think he's, like, as dominant as he was last season.
That's yeah.
And again, flyers are meta. And poke is meta.
He ain't just gonna be like, come here.
So, like, I've only seen, like, 2 good Mr. Fantastics. But I don't think he's bad.
Maybe I'm just out.
I think he's still fine. But I haven't seen I honestly haven't seen enough of him. But the couple ones I've seen, they've done well. So, like, I'm leaning B still. But I could see a C. I could see a lower, like a high C. But I think I'm gonna go with a B. I just haven't seen a whole lot of them, but the couple ones that I've seen, he's still good. So I don't know. This is probably one of the ones I'm a little bit more unsure about, but I think he's fine. I think he's actually very fine. Moon Knight.
A tier, bro. S tier.
Dude, I don't care. I'm ripping it. Moon Knight's kind of blows.
Alright.
Moon Knight kind of blows.
That's fair.
He
kind of crushes Penny though.
Very rarely do I actually see any good Moon Knight players. They're all in quick play. All the good Moon Knight players play quick play. They never play ranked. The only reason I'm not putting him in F is because the moon is funny.
The moon.
Holy shit! And speaking of the moon, with the $50 super chat,
Moon Knight is S tier. Don't disappoint Khonshu.
He's spitting though. He's
Isn't it
spitting,
Moonlight
bro.
Man?
He's
I'm so
spitting.
sorry. Thank you, the $50 super
No,
chat on the YouTube side.
bro.
I appreciate you. I'm sorry to disappoint you and Khonshu.
Oh, the
guys-
voices. The voices.
You know, Flats, the majority of players are low and metal ranked, so they have wrong perspective of what it means to play at high ranks. I know. And that's okay. That's why at the end of the day, tier lists are supposed to be just fun. You
Nope.
know? Like, this is me just sharing my perspective with
And
you.
content
Because, like,
fun.
that's what people want to hear. People, like, when I start a season, right? If I start a
It is-
season of
it-
playing the
it's-
game, the most asked questions I get 500 times a stream, if not more, are, what are your thoughts on this? How is this hero? What do you think is strong? What do you think is weak? Whatever
You
it is.
get it all.
This is a good way
Yeah.
of just putting it all in
Contextualizing.
one spot.
Yeah.
You know, and I get to go through everyone's character at least once. And so when people ask me in the future, what do you think of Magic? What do you think of
Iron
Black
Fist, I'll
Panther?
take, bro.
What do you think of Venom?
I'm not.
Right?
I'm-
I can point them at the tier list, and then they can scroll to that section, and they can hear what my
That'd be
thoughts
clips.
were on the character, right? But like, obviously, if you're playing in plat,
Well,
like this
things
list
are
probably
adjusted.
doesn't apply to you. Like some parts will apply, like Iron Man probably applies to you, but Hela might not. Venom might not apply to you, but Penny will, and Penny might be much higher than, say, Magneto for you, or maybe Magneto is a bit of a stretch. Venom for you, right? Help me out real quick. What is poke meta? Poke meta means you want to keep the enemy at a distance and slowly chip down their health before they get to you, as opposed to holding hard on choke, brawling, or dive, which is like all-inning one person at the same time, like using movement abilities to try to blow up someone really quick. Is Namor poke?
Visceral.
Yes. I would say, well, Namor is twofold. He's anti-dive and poke. So, like, he's good versus dive. So when dive is strong, anti-dive. But he does like to keep people at range. So you would consider that poke. Yeah. So, speaking of Namor,
Hey there.
Namor definitely took a bit of a hit this season. I think he's still good, but not like a play every game, and you only play him with Hulk. And without Hulk, there's not really reason to.
Season
And even with
one
Hulk,
Namor.
you really
Oh
only
my-
want to play him versus dive. So, by himself, he's not very good.
Never.
With the
Ice
Gamma team
Calibur.
up, he's pretty good.
Gamma Squad.
The problem is,
Strong.
though, you don't actually need a Hulk every game. I would much rather game to game play Groot, Emma, Mag, Strange. And then if you're playing Dive, probably play Venom. Then Hulk. Actually, I probably want to do that. No, I don't. But by himself, I think there's better options. There's just not really a reason to play. Okay, I'm gonna give you a truth nuke. You want a little truth nuke? Season 1, people, especially during tier lists, would rave that Namor was one of the best characters in the game, no matter what. Period. And people would always say he was insane because of the Luna team up. Truth nuke. Namor without the Luna team up in games had like a 45% win rate. With the Luna team up was like a 53. That is an insane swing. Without Luna, he was fucking awful. It's the same thing with the Gamma.
True.
Without the Gamma,
Hulk isn't
he
for
kind of is not good. So you need the Hulk. And by putting your team on Hulk, you're probably in a worse off spot because they're playing poke. But if they're playing dive, it is absolutely good. So that being said, Namor isn't bad, but he's situational. So I can't put him that high. In those situations, he dominates. But without those situations, he's not that great. That's just how it is, right? So, listen, agree, disagree. But every time that one of these happens, people always say that. Who should you play against Flyers if you don't have great aim?
Charlotte.
That's a tough one.
Charlotte with the
That's a really tough one. Because aim
cloak.
is going to be a necessity in these types of games. Like, genuinely, one of the hardest, I know it's not a good answer, but like,
Bucky.
no,
for-
okay, listen. I want you to pause. Take a breath. Okay? Everyone
Ready
says
for
Cloak and
shit?
Dagger, Scarlet Witch. No, that's not the answer. The answer is put some time in on
I'd also-
mechanics, okay? And everyone can do it. I promise you. Everyone can do it.
Or go straight
Okay.
jump up in their face
Literally everyone.
by the eye of Akuma.
And by learning to aim, it means it's about learning good habits. How do you learn good habits, right? Good habits are
Jeez.
about consistency and being more conscious when you're playing the game.
Conchu?
What I mean by
Conchu,
that is after you play a few games of ranked, right? Everyone does this, myself included. Your first few games in, you're locked the fuck in. You're trying, you're thinking about things a lot. You're focusing on your crosshair and where it's going, right? After a few games, you start to autopilot. You have to catch yourself when you're autopiloting and be like, no, this is not good, because you reinforce bad habits. So if you're playing the game to improve, and in this case mechanically, you need to be going into every game being more conscious about hitting your shots. What I mean by that is you don't just hold left click the entire time. You click every time you want to shoot. Like if you're on Hella, click, like don't hold it and then like drag the mouse around. Click, click, click every single time you want to go shoot at somebody, right? Being more conscious with your aim and more conscious with your mechanics over time, it'll become more natural, and then you can kind of autopilot. I autopilot all the time. But when I autopilot, I'm playing worse than if I'm practicing. Practicing is different. So in all of these games, like I would rather tell you, don't try to come up with a crutch. Like, is there crutches? Yeah, sure. You can play Scarlet Witch. You can play Cloak and Dagger. You can play characters and be fine. You can play Jeff, right? Jeff's actually pretty good now with like the spray. It's pretty easy to just like at somebody, but it won't make you any better. And those mechanics will help you in other games too. Hell, it'll help you in fucking Stardew Valley. You know how many times in Stardew Valley I've been getting run up on by somebody, and I fucking 180 fucking one tap them in the mines? Yeah, I do. It'll help you in every goddamn game, right? So I know it's annoying. I know it's not a great answer. It's probably not the answer that you want to hear. But like sometimes, like genuine real talk, it's better to spend an hour trying really hard to be better mechanically than it is to play 3 or 4 hours of turning your brain off ranked. That's all you got to do. And just do that all the time. And days will come where it will get better, because I transferred from console and my PC mechanics were dog shit. It took me over a year to be somewhat comfortable on PC. It took me like 2 to 3 years to be somewhat decent. And even where I'm at now, I'm 5 years in, 6 years in, I'm still not even where I want to be. But that's life. You got to keep working at it. All right, next up, Psylocke. Chat, I need you to say this with me. Do not believe the anti-dive propaganda. Do not believe the anti-dive propaganda. The dive propagandists out there are trying to make you believe that dive was over-nerfed. Yes, Psylocke lost a lot of her invisibility, and yes, that was a major nerf. However, she is actually still extremely good. She is actually still extremely good, especially with Emma being very good still. The Emma Psylocke team up is gross. It is very good. With the other bans that are in place, your Hela, Hawkeye, Iron Man that get banned many games, Psylocke is actually very, very, very good. We played her tons in the tournament. We played her tons in scrims. I see very good Psylocks in ranked all the time. Psylocke is actually still very good. Very good. Moon Knight is in D is wild and so unserious. Never change, TikTok. Never change. Anyways, do not let them sway your mind. Yes, dive is weaker this season, absolutely, but it is propaganda to say it is dead. It is propaganda.
Doctor Strange be like,
okay.
Magneto be like,
Witch. Okay. Last season, I was high on my witch stocks. I sold off my witch stocks and didn't tell anybody.
yeah, but
I didn't tell anybody. C tier without the team up, A with it, not trolling. Yes, I know. And I remember your witch is one of the things that made me go high on witch. However, though, I don't see very good ones very often. There's like 3. And when you do bump into them, they are actually pretty good. The team up with Strange is actually really damn good. However, though, I cannot in good faith sit there and say it is actually as good as I did last season. I'm leaning between low B, high C.
The Flyers.
Low B, high C. But here's the thing, though. What I'm trying to think is in most ranks, which is probably pretty damn good, right? Which is probably pretty damn good. When you start getting really high up there, it's not as good anymore. But there's a few really good elite players that are really good at it. So I think with the Strange team up, this is with the Strange team up, lock in. With the Strange team up, I cannot put her as high as I did last season. But without the Strange team up, probably somewhere in this range. Probably closer to here than to here, because like Moon Knight's terrible. It's probably closer to here. But with the Strange team up, somewhere around here. Without it, yeah, low end of C. But with the Strange team up, I'm assuming in most ranks she's insane. At least in the higher ranks, you have to have actually like one of the 4 good witch players. If you have one of the 4 good witch players and you have the Strange team up, she can kind of go crazy. But that being said, though, I'd still take an Iron Man. I'd still take a Hawkeye, a Hela, a Psylocke any day of the week over it, you know? This list is horrible. Thor above Namor, are we serious? Do you notice anything interesting about this tier list? Going from left to right?
This. Definitely not Khonshu. Moon
Do you notice anything interesting about it? Do you notice that all of the tanks are on the left side, and then all the DPS are on the right side of that? Do you notice anything, or is that too advanced for you?
Telling you, bro, it's the
Do you notice they're in their own groups? You know, the tanks are in one group, the DPS are in another group.
Not just
catching on.
Love the content. Keep it up, man.
Is the ranking for comp? Yeah, this is mostly comp. Okay. Basically, the way I'm looking at it is comp with a small sprinkle of tournament / high level play, because in a lot of times in high rank, tournament and ranked mirror each other sometimes, because one, people are practicing the heroes that are strong for tournament stuff in ranked. 2, people hear through the grapevine that like certain characters are being played a lot in scrim, so they'll try to start playing those characters. Or 3, pro matches start getting streamed and shown like when pro meta stuff like happens, and then they see it and they copy it. So that's why like a lot of times it kind of mirrors each other, if that makes sense.
Hold on, chat.
Usurper, by the way, thinking the 5, don't know. Stormy, thinking the Prime. Phoenix, thank you the 4 months.
Phoenix!
Appreciate you.
I'm playing Valorant.
Spidey!
B tier. Maybe A tier.
You know, maybe this is biased off that one, like, insane, like, insane Spidey player that I keep bumping into at night. His name's, like, really sticky. Apparently, he's, like, a kid. Like, a literal kid. He's, like, a child prodigy. He's fucking terrifying.
You'd agree Moon was good into trip support, right? Isn't triple support in the rise again? Sorry if you already acknowledged this.
You'd agree Moon Knight was good into triple support. Yeah, because he was good with the... Well, hang on. That was before when they had his old ult. It was really good with the Moon Knight combo ult with Groot. You could kill through the support ults. That's what made him really good. I don't actually know if you can kill through the support ults anymore with Moon Knight.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'd still say that's true. But no, Moon Knight's just
we got
bad.
Clips.
He's kind of just awful now. Piercing the tier 1, legendary check, Kraken thing the tier 1. Dude, that one kid alone on the Spidey makes me want to put him pretty high. But unfortunately, though, I can't say one player that I bump into that's terrifying justifies. Wait, that's him. Hello. Wait, is that the really sticky? Hello. Wait a minute. That's actually him. Hello. Sup? Yeah,
where? I
was trying to say that one Spider-Man guy, which was you, makes me want to put him higher because I'm actually tired of I just heard him talking about my character. Yeah, I'm actually leaning higher just because
probably on Twitter.
Just because I'm tired of your ass farming me at night. Please stop. Thank you.
Please stop.
But I can't put him too high because like there's like 3 good Spidey players on NA that I've seen at least in the last couple nights. Otherwise, you're just a little too hard. But shouldn't he be good into flyers? I thought Spidey would thrive in flyer meta. I don't know why you think that. I mean, I guess I see the logic, but regardless, though,
we'll keep it open. Keep it open.
Yeah, I just there isn't really a give him ads as a payback. Oh, ads are actually going off as I speak. Necros rated Spidey D tier. I don't think that's that unheard of. I will say though, I do think Necros is a bit a part of the dive propagandists who think it got over nerfed. No, Nate, nothing wrong with it. Everyone got their bias. Everyone's allowed to have a little bias. I have it too. Don't get it twisted. Everyone's got it. But yeah, I do think that a lot of people think dive is really over nerfed, and maybe in some areas they have a point. But I also think it's just the meta. I think if flyers weren't hard meta, it would be fine. But like for example, Magic is just gonna hard struggle because like the fuck are you doing against quad flyer comp? You know what I mean? Nothing. No face, no case thing in 7 months.
Was wishing I could sub to you, then I realized I have Amazon Prime free for RN. Happy
True.
7 months to us flats.
True. Chat, if you're tired of getting blasted with ads, you should check and see if you have a free Twitch Prime sub that's available. The way you check is by hitting the subscribe button. Don't worry, it won't do anything. You click on the button, and then there's a little thing at the bottom that's a little square that says use free Twitch Prime sub. You already pay for it with your Amazon Prime subscription. You should see if you have it available. You might not even know that you've been paying for it all this time. All it does is take money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket.
Hold on, chat.
Yep.
We'll
You'd be
see.
surprised.
We have our Twitch
You'd be
Prime.
surprised. A lot of people don't know that they actually have it sitting there. I'm saving it for Siegel to stream again. I respect that. I don't know when Siegel's going to be back. He's on a bit of a break right now. He needs a little break. He's been a little burned out.
All right, chat. We're gonna.
I haven't talked to him in a couple days though, but he's doing okay. He's cool. He's doing fine.
Our free Prime sub.
He's had some stuff going on. But yeah. So, all right, Squirrel Girl. All right, this okay. All right. This is where we're gonna go off the rails for a half a second.
Sir.
I am half convinced that the middle rank players are onto something. I have seen so many random like TikTok chatters come in and go, play Squirrel Girl. She's really good.
Why do I still have the ad?
Fucking key, I think they're right.
Crazy, bro.
I actually low-key think they're onto something. I think they're actually onto something. I don't know what it is, but especially with like Groot still getting played a ton, Emma gets played a ton, Mag gets played a ton, Double Shield, Mag Strange gets played a ton. She actually kind of fucking farms. And depending on what the bans are, she kind of actually fucks. It's kind of scary. And if you try to do like triple tank comps and like hold spawn or anything, she actually dominates. I don't know what it is. I'm buying into it. I'm buying the stocks. I'm buying my stonks now. I think Squirrel Girl is actually slept on. I think she's really good.
I think Moon Knight ult's a little bit better, although
above Thing, maybe Thor. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to crash the actual fuck out. They're in groups, you idiots! Sorry. Anyways.
And then
yeah, I think Squirrel Girl's actually really good. I'm actually half debating maybe even putting her in A. Like low key.
What?
No. That's crazy talk. There's other things I'm going to put in A. We'll get there. I will say, buy your squirrel stocks now before they go up. I think they're going to be going up. I think they're going to go up for sure.
Go grab a drink,
I believe it. I actually think the TikTok chatters are onto something. I really, for once, think they're right. I think they're genuinely right. I haven't said that in a long time. I think all the metal rank players are onto something. Star-Lord.
Yes.
Star-Lord's really good.
Yes!
Arguably one of those characters that if you ever had to learn and just only one trick a DPS character, you could probably one trick Star-Lord all the way to eternity and be fine.
Yes!
He works everywhere.
Like this.
One.
Yep, the exactly thing with the Prime. Or sorry, actually, that was a tier 1. Appreciate you. You should check and see. Or sorry. Brain just got
Outlaw
wires crossed after I
Starlord.
said Prime and then Tier 1.
Oh.
Starlord can be played pretty much anywhere. But I don't think he's like insane right now. But like flyers are meta, right? So like he just adds to the flyers, which is strong. Triple Res is pretty good right now. Especially with Ultron
Let's talk to him.
being out and everyone plays Ultron every game, so you just run like Mantis, Atom, Ultron. Although a lot of times it doesn't feel like you have enough healing.
Sorry, I'm crashing out.
Regardless, though, I think you can play Star-Lord pretty much anywhere. Not dominant, not worth a ban. Very good, though.
How do you do it?
You ready?
Ready.
You ready for the big one?
Esther!
Hot take, Storm might be the best character in the game right now. Storm might be the best
Movement,
character
plus flyer.
in the game, DPS-wise.
Oh, okay.
I say that for two reasons. One, normal Storm, very good. Extremely good. Very strong. Arguably, not as high of a takeover the game potential as Hawkeye. Like, Hawkeye is that guy. Like, Hawkeye, if you hit every single headshot and every single shot, can 1v6 a squad by himself. Storm can't do that. Do you know what Storm has, though? I already talked about this earlier, but I'm going to cover it again one more time because you might have missed it. Storm has the ability to beat
Literally
every
had a game
support
with a
ult in the
DP
game.
that wouldn't switch against Thing, Torch, Iron Man, Storm, Ultron and Jeff. People just need to switch rather than complaining that they can't do anything.
True. Thank you, God cucked Joseph, for the 2 months. Appreciate you.
Interesting.
Anyways. The reason why Storm is the best character in the DPS category, in my opinion, is Storm has the ability to beat every support ult in the game. She beats Luna ult, she beats Invis, Rocket, Loki, Cloak, everyone.
You also have Magneto.
You cannot be saved by a support ult if the Jeff Tornado
Storm is
ult
coming,
going
baby.
off.
Storm
You
is
cannot be
coming.
saved.
And the waves are right.
The only way to be saved
watch
is
out.
if you use
Because
like,
the
mag bubble,
thunder strikes.
which granted, Storm ult lasts longer than the mag bubble. Emma Diamond form
Sharknado
perfectly
message.
to at the very start of
That
it.
was peak.
Atom ult, well, Atom ult's not a defensive ult. We're talking about all the support defensive ults. But actually, you want to talk about Atom ult? It just runs over and eats all of them. We literally lost to
Oh, my mic's been
Luminosity
picking everything up.
because our dumbasses did not ban Storm.
I'll follow chat.
Punisher ult to kill. There's ways around that though. Like if you are playing at the high level, what people have figured out is that when support ults are going off, if one team support ults, you can support ult your team and then pop Storm ult, and then you support ult in with your Storm, so your Storm will not die, and you eat their entire team, and you get their support ult out, and you win the fight. And especially on maps like Escort or Payload maps, it's a lot of times only 2 fights to win the entire map. Sorry, not the map, the point. And so if you win 1 neutral fight, it doesn't matter if it's 3 ults. It's a free point win every time with the combo. And they build ult once a minute because Jeff
Like an
builds
extra
ult extremely quickly
30?
and
I think they
Storm
give you
also
per point,
builds
2
ult
minutes.
very quickly.
I don't know the exact
So
time.
you counter their support ults and you take the points for free. So instead of being able to stall them out for 4 minutes on each payload point, you can actually just brute force your way through. It is uncounterable other than Iron Man ult. And Iron Man was banned during that. Our dumbasses banned Iron Man. Because if you support ult in, like Luna ult in your Storm, she can't die. It's actually crazy. It is the best combo in the game and has no counterplay on the support end. It has 0 counterplay. If supported fully, there is actually no counterplay. It is the only combo in the game that has 0 counterplay. Period. Fucking disgusting. So for that reason, Storm's best character in the game. Punisher's really good. I'm loading up the S tier with too much. I really am.
No. Bro.
Yeah, I can't. I want to put him in the S too because he actually gets banned a lot, but I got too much up there already. I can't throw another one. But this is like the highest end of A for sure. So Punisher got a bunch of buffs this season. If you weren't aware, he got an increase to damage by 1 bullet. I think he got extra ammo, and then he also got the anchor team up with
Black Widow.
With Black Widow, and the anchor means it's always active, and he got a 5% damage
increase?
buff and a 25 health buff. So he's tankier, has more bullets, does 1 extra bullet pellet damage per shot, and got a 5% baseline damage increase.
Isn't he gonna move buff during his ult too, or not? I heard that from some.
Do I have to watch 2 hours of the stream for total or more? You have to watch 4 hours for the skin, and it's total period over like the drop period. So it doesn't have to be this stream. It can be over the next few days. Mo thing the prime. Jeffrey thing the prime. Spicy Granny thing the prime.
About 3 hours in.
So for that reason alone, I have to put him in A. Also, I just looked over to thank some subs. Why is there so many TikTok people? The fuck? Dude, I didn't know tier list streams went so hard on the TikTok. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
If you're enjoying the stream on the TikTok side, make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already.
I saw some people
Brings you back for another day.
doing that in their own.
I'll be streaming more on TikTok recently. It's been a good time. Holy shit! I've never seen it go that fast in my entire life!
I'm sorry.
What just happened? You want to see this thing? Dude, look at it.
Yeah.
This thing's going... Hang on, I gotta make it a little bigger. Oh, it's stopped now, but... I've never seen it go so fast in my entire life. Holy Jesus!
Pretty cool.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Sonic
And
speed.
also, everybody that's been going over from TikTok to Twitch and like subbing and stuff like that, I appreciate you. View botting, Lil W, fuck you.
Not view botting, bruh. Cross pollination.
Although every time there's a drop stream, I always get accused of view botting, and then the drops end and nobody says anything anymore. Low key, I kind of hate that became like a narrative for people, like.
It's alright.
Because like, don't get me wrong, there are people that do viewbot, and like it is obvious.
Actually,
like you can like literally look at the data and you can see it, but most people aren't very savvy with numbers or data. They don't know what they're looking for. So if they ever see anything that just like is too big of a number, they just like immediately get on something. But anyways,
it's a bot.
Punisher really good.
Ultra.
Sorry, not much else to say there. Bucky's actually really good.
Wow.
Bucky's really good. Bucky's really good into Groot specifically. So a lot of times if they're running a Groot, you want to have a Bucky. He's also pretty good into Strange. He's also pretty good against Venom if they do play dive. He's also okay versus a lot of the other tanks and a lot of the other lineup. His bullets are also big enough that you can kind of work versus flyers.
As well as his E, bro. It makes him fall.
You know what I mean? So like if Punisher gets banned, Hela gets banned, Hawkeye gets banned, and they're playing a bunch of flyers, Bucky's actually a really good option.
Reboot. Testing that out, see if it's.
I really want to put this fucker in S tier. I really do. I really want to put this fucker in S tier. This guy really should be a permaban still.
Crazy.
I can't though because he's not played every single game. But I am so fucking sick of every game that I am literally rolling. Like if I ever have a game where I'm starting to take over and I start like the gears start rolling, I'm like, holy shit, I'm feeling it. I'm taking over this lobby. Wolverine comes out and my whole day is ruined. Can't play the game anymore. One character.
Sup, bub?
Literally one motherfucking character comes out and says, you ain't playing the video game no more.
Nope. He said, multiplayer. This is
There's
single player.
actually nothing you
Only
can do versus
2 players
it.
that are multi here is my
There's
left and my right claw.
You can do. Period. You just get walked on. And you're like, fuck. I mean, okay, sorry. There is things you can do. You can play Emma Mag, right? You could play Thing, but Thing is arguably the worst tank in the game right now.
Oh, Star-Lord, Storm,
so that's not a great
Tony,
option.
just chilling hit him with the.
But yeah,
They're like, who you kidnapping, bub?
So bad. Penny? I guess, yeah. Penny is an option, but unless you're a really good Penny and you're playing against a good Wolf, I wouldn't recommend it. Like I can't pick Penny and play against Wolf. Like I'm gonna get farmed. The skill gap, you'd have to be a really good Penny versus like a okay Wolf. I feel like to really make it work.
Hit the webs.
Otherwise, it ends up being more of like
set up like
Emma,
traps around
Mag,
your thing, but then
basically. But yeah,
traps. Dive is so dead. That's just probably
fuck that guy. All right, there you go. There's your DPS.
Ooh, all right, support
now
time.
on to the supports.
Time.
This one's actually arguably the most difficult this season, I think.
Okay. Adam beats your Cloak.
Adam, I'm not fully sold on yet. Triple Res is good. It is good. Soul Bond is good. But I'm not fully sold on Adam Mantis Ultron yet.
Oh, no.
I'm not sold on it. I low-key think Luna Loki Ultron might be better. Or Luna Invis, depending on what like flyer comps you're running, because you can give Invis shields to your flyers. And to the Ultron too. I'm not fully convinced. I'm not fully sold on him right now. But I don't think he's bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm just not fully convinced yet. Does that make sense? It requires a lot of coordination, and in ranked, you don't get that very often. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
Cloak and Dagger. I think Cloak and Dagger is actually really good.
Here.
Don't kill me. I think Cloak and Dagger is actually really good. I think now people have started to realize how to play Cloak and Dagger, even if they have a mag. And depending on what the bands look like, she's actually not terrible.
Go in, go out.
We played a lot of Cloak and Dagger in the tournament, actually. Easiest support ult to counter?
Oh, low.
Yes and no. Depends.
Rocket. No, Rocket. 'Cause
Definitely not A tier. Have you played Triple Tank Brawl with Cloak and Dagger? Or into Cloak and Dagger? I feel like she's much better these days. I think she's slept on. I think if anything, she's overhated. She's overhated now. Don't get me wrong. I think that a lot of Cloak players are kind of really terrible at the game. But after playing the tournament this week, I feel like my eyes have been opened. You bumped into really, really, really good Cloak players, and depending on what the bans end up looking like, I'll give you a good example. If Mag is banned, you play Cloak almost every time. If Mag is banned, you play Cloak almost every time. And the reason for that is Mag is one of the best ways of killing Cloak, right? With their ult. And you just kind of say, fuck that, it's gone, right? There's some other things though too, like if they have Iron Man, they could Iron Man ult you, but if you have a mag, then you'll be fine. You don't have to really worry about that part. Because they play on autopilot. That is true. That is true. I just think I don't know if it's crazy. I think all the supports are really good.
Oh.
I think all the supports are really good now. Except, well, I'll get there in a sec.
What's wrong?
Hate shifted from Rocket to Cloak players, to be honest. I mean, I think it was always there for Cloak players, TBH. Water King, by the way, think of the Prime. Alien Bro, think of the Gifted. T-Fat, think of the Prime. Carney, think of the Prime. Fallacy, think of the Prime. Go in, think of the Prime. Alien Bro, think of the Gifted. Dude, you guys have been going crazy today.
Yeah, it just wasn't. I won't get sad. All good.
Glad to be back for another month.
Sorry, I had a
You
response to my mom
low-key
saying
got me
something.
back into gaming. Much love.
I got you back into gaming? Yo, that's a big one. Playing the Prime for 2 months. Appreciate you. Can you explain Psylocke again? I'd love to, my friend, but everyone asks me that every 30 seconds for a different character, and then I'd end up just going through the entire list, the entire stream.
All right,
so
chat,
you're not gonna have to catch the
every
YouTube version or catch the VOD. I apologize. Sorry, but like, with all 3 platforms going as fast as they're going at the moment, I would just be here all day. Okay. Real talk though. Listen, I know the Cloak and Dagger thing might sound crazy to you. Well, as you see the rest of the rankings, you might understand why I think Cloak is actually really good. But you might think this is really high placement, but there's other supports I'm gonna put higher. So like, we'll get to it in a sec. Jeff. Jeff is fucking
S tier.
Fuck
awful
Jeff, all
without
my
the Storm
homies
team
hate
up.
Jeff.
Without the Storm team up, Jeff is genuinely on a game-to-game basis pretty useless. That being said, he is much better than most people thought, myself included. I think that he does a lot more healing, and it does a lot more damage over time than all of us suspected. That being said, also, they kind of nuked his survivability. The right-click DPS playstyle is kind of gone. His bubbles feel significantly worse. And his ult, without the Storm ult, is horrendous. It is actually unusable. It reminds me of old Pharah and Overwatch, where it's a click Q to respawn button.
Oh no.
With the Storm team up, he's probably a B. Because game in and game out, he is not doing shit without the Storm. He's just kind of along for the ride. You are not going to be an impact on the game. You won't throw the game per se, but you won't be an impact, right? You can have impact on the game as a support player by 3 ways. Big support ults, big support cooldown usages, such as Luna, Freeze, Adam, Soulbond, Cloak, Fade, Mantis, Sleep, Loki, Rune. Those are all big ways. And number 3 is kills. For example, Adam getting kills, Ultron getting kills, Mantis getting kills, Luna helping secure kills with the freeze, Invis pushing people away / saving people, right? Those are big ways for supports to have major impact. Jeff gets none of that. Jeff's only big impact is speeding you out of spawn and sustained damage / healing over time.
And the team.
Then the Storm ult will make him maybe about a B. Otherwise, there's legitimately no reason to play him. I'm sorry. I've been playing Jeff every night recently, the last few nights for my streams.
Agreed.
Because I've been playing. My first day of the season, I streamed 18 hours. Second day, I streamed 16 and a half, almost 17. Last night, I did 13 and a half hours. So like after like 10 hours of ranked, my brain's cooked, and I just play like a couple hours of quick play. Right. Last night, I think I played 2.5 hours or 3 hours of Jeff quick play, and I can confidently say in that time, I had one Jeff ult that was not a Storm ult that I didn't die when I ulted. One. A singular one. One ult. One ult.
We're going to take a break.
Every other time, I was dead instantly. I either got solo ulted,
it's hot,
or 4 people would either pop their diamond, pop their movement, pop their whatever,
get my fit ready.
Bubble somebody, etc., and you're dead every single time. Yeah, if there's a mag, you are dying 100% of the time when you ult. Yep. Without the Storm team up, he's genuinely fucking useless. And I feel bad. I do feel bad. But you won't throw the game on Jeff either. Does that make sense? Like, if your team just needs some healing and needs some support, you will win. But your team has to be better. You won't throw, but you won't have an impact. Does that make sense? Cool. This is the hardest ranking on the list because I genuinely don't know. I genuinely have not gotten a good read on this guy. I'm putting him in B for now. Because I swear I see people that swear he's amazing. I see some people that swear he sucks balls. And I see some people that are more mine are like, he's in the middle. Some games he's good, really good. Some games he's just kind of ass. But there's one thing that is true above all else. That motherfucker is a stats merchant. Ultron is a stats farming merchant. That is a every game MVP stats merchant. Ultron is either the top frag or the bottom frag every game. But he will have MVP regardless. We'll have MVP regardless. You want my own personal take?
I haven't actually played.
I hate him. I personally hate the character. I do not want it. I hate having one on my team, and I hate playing against it. If I'm playing an Ultron game, I know that I'm getting poked the entire time, and I'm receiving minimal, if not zero, healing. As a tank player, it's miserable.
Robots, bro.
It's all the DPS players just playing Ultron, and you're not getting shit. You're going to have a bad time. And I'm glad people are having fun. I'm not trying to just say anything against you. But in my own ability to play the game, I'm always having a way worse time if there's an Ultron. Way worse time. It feels like ass. And that's, hey, you don't have to agree. I'm not saying, delete the character. I'm just telling you, game in and game out on my own experience as a tank player, playing with an Ultron, either on my team or the enemy team. Not fun. Feels like ass. Will that change with time? Maybe. Maybe. I know they buffed his healing a bunch with the ult, but I swear to God, nobody ever uses it to heal. Because it lasts such a short amount of time, the ult is pretty much always used as an offensive ult. Because the Ultron players or DPS players that are using it offensively, which is the way you kind of have to play it. So they just keep the ult rolling as a self-heal button and an ult damaging button. Like, yeah, you might get a little bit of healing if you're low HP and you happen to be near somebody. They might, flick to you really quick and just heal you up. But, I know his ult heals a lot. I know. I'm aware. Doesn't mean people use it that way all the time. I'm just telling you my own personal experience. You don't have to agree. You could say, hey, that's not how I've experienced. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Let me see.
Scoreboard.
Cool. Okay. So again, I just want to reiterate one more time. I genuinely am not sure on Ultron. So this could be the most wild one of all. So I'm just going to put it in B tier because it's a safe pick. Loki, I think is still the best. Not the best. One of the best supports in the game.
Best.
Bar none. Can never go wrong with a good Loki. You have a good Loki on your team, you're always in for a good time. That guy can... A good Loki player on your team is a chance to be carried every single time. They could do good damage. They're good at surviving. They know when to ult.
Lamps.
I think my favorite players in Rivals are good Loki players. I think those are my favorite people. If I had to pick a group of people in Rivals to say that's my favorite group of them, it's Loki players. Yep. Loki bad with flyer comp, though. Not wrong. Not wrong. But they still make it work. I feel like they could still make it work. You'll see, and I agree with you, and you'll see my other two S tier placements. And you'll see why I agree with you at the same time. The other S tier, or another S tier, Luna.
Honestly,
I think Luna's the best support in the game, bar none still. I don't know why she got buffed, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Luna's insane. Nepo baby. There used to be this saying back in the day in Overwatch, like 2017 Overwatch, where the best job security in the game was to be a D.Va player, because D.Va never got nerfed. It was always strong. So there was like a 2.5 year span where D.Va was the best character in the game, and it wasn't close. And if you were a D.Va player, you were pretty much guaranteed to always have a job. I feel like Luna is the D.Va of rivals. You always have a job in this game, you know. You can snowflake your flyers. Ult's still the best ult in the game, if not one of them. You hit a freeze, you get a bunch of extra shield. The pellets do more damage now. The left clicks. Show me a weakness. I feel like you can't. Mantis.
Ass.
I think Mantis is good. Like, really good. Like, really, really good. Like, you need triple support for Mantis, but with Hela, Punisher, Hawkeye, hell, even some of the flyers, I feel like she's slept on. I feel like she's one of those characters people don't like seeing on her team because the ult isn't good enough. But I think she's good. You need the entire res comp? I don't think you need the entire res comp, actually. I think if you don't play the res comp, you're kind of trolling.
Octane chat.
But you don't need it.
Loki's better than I.
You don't need it.
Obviously.
I'm actually, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure Mantis is one of the highest win rate supports in the game. If not the highest.
Adam would look.
I'm gonna go check. I gotta check. Where's my OBS full?
Your mission. Hey,
Across all ranks, Mantis is number 4 for every character in the game. Penny is number 1. Rocket is number 2.
I think
Fantastic
50.
Mantis.
Moon Knight, 100%.
Oh, that is.
That's funny.
Wait, there's only one person who's ever played a single Moon Knight game this season in One Above All. That's fucking hilarious. Hang on, I gotta do Eternity Plus. No, Celestial Plus.
Conchu
So in Celestial Plus, because like One Above All has like not that many players right now. Someone should definitely go ruin that, by the way. Someone should go play one game of Moon Knight and just lose it in One Above All, take the L, and and just kill the win rate on that. So in Celestial Plus, Mantis is the second highest win rate. And wow, Penny is far and above. Holy shit, the Penny players are farming. Granted, I always think that this data should be taken with a grain of salt, because I think there's like, it doesn't take into account certain things like hidden profiles.
It does.
So take this obviously with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure Mantis is like one of the highest win rate supports in the game.
Yeah, should I have my profile?
So,
I like keeping.
oh, come on, don't start Penny hate again. Dude, you guys are the most soft fucks I've ever met in my entire life. Because I said that, holy shit, they're eating. You said start Penny hate. What Penny hate? Me talking about a character not being objectively strong is crazy. I didn't even say. I know you don't hate, but talk it down often.
I was like, where are we starting?
It's a character in a video game. We talked about its overall power level. And I literally talked at the beginning of this how it's actually good and I'm happy for you. What is wrong with you? Bro got one guide. It's not just one guy though. I see it all the time. Anytime I talk about Penny at all, they come flooding out of the woodwork. They come running out. I don't know what it is about that character, but they do it all the time.
Oh, don't there. Stream.
Like, when you talk about characters' power level in a game objectively, right? It has nothing to do with, like, the character itself. It's just if the power of the character is strong or not, you know? And, like, when it first came out, everyone said, oh my god, this character's so good because it has self-healing in a CC on a 3-second cooldown. I'm like, yeah, that's noob bait because it looks on paper like it's really good, but it's not in actuality because it's big and lumbering, you can't do much. And people lost their absolute minds. And it's like, well, you kind of fell for it because noob bait, by definition, means that you think it's really good because you're a new player, but once you get past being a new player, you realize, oh shit, those things on paper sound really good, but they're not actuality that useful in comparison to other things. That was the whole point of noob bait. But people thought that meant, like, you must hate them. No, that just means, like, people argue about something because on paper it looks good, but in actuality it doesn't. It's the same thing why you can't take into, like, account those training range clips if somebody walks up to the Luna and headshots it twice and they die and you go, oh my god, it's broken. They're funny, but, like, not every time is it true.
Okay, I got,
you know?
Okay.
And nuance is important. Anyways, let's wrap this up. We're almost done.
Two more.
Rocket. I think Rocket's overhated still. I think people think that Rocket's bad because you can shoot the ult and kill it, and that is absolutely true. But he builds ult so fucking fast, and that res, full health res, by the way, a safe full health res is actually so useful. Never mind the pre-fight, like grabbing, like before you leave spawn, grabbing the little blue pack so you can jump up to the ceiling.
Armor.
That shit's so useful. That is actually, like, the longer the game has been out, is one of the best abilities in the game. I love that thing now. Rocket. I used to hate it, but I can't tell you how many times I'm playing like Groot or something, and I see a little Wolverine running up to me like this, like, and I go, see ya, bitch! And I just go fucking touch the ceiling. And he goes to jump at me, and I just disappear. And I'm just fucking gone. And he's just like the fuck did he go? You know what I mean? So I love that thing. It is so fucking funny.
Put him in B tier.
So Rocket gets some love from me. I like Rocket now. I like Rocket a lot. Last but not least, Invis. I think Invis is the last S tier of the support line. So with Flyers being meta and Hela also being strong, Invis basically gives your flanking / flying DPS a advantage by giving them a shield in their 1v1s.
And you can stop Flyers with.
And so Invis's whole playstyle is basically enabling DPS or flying DPS to win 1v1s and make sure your team constantly has an advantage. And that's what the best Invis players constantly do. And also her ult's still really good. Her ult's really, really good.
I gotta see.
You gotta be a little bit careful of things like mag ult and whatnot.
Right, absolutely topped off.
But yeah, she's still really good. And also has the team up still with Torch. If Torch is getting played, you get that nice little team up, which is nice. So she can 1v1 everyone and win on her own. Invis?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Don't get me wrong, the push and pull is insane though. Shout out to every Invisible Woman player. I love you. I genuinely love you. If there's a Wolverine on the enemy team, without you, I would be crying and shitting myself in a corner. But you at least save me every once in a while, so I appreciate you.
But
without it, I would literally probably uninstall. So yeah, Invis definitely top tier. Good in most of these comps, enables most of these comps, and stops my nightmares from coming true. So got to give credit on that one. All right.
Tier list.
Cool. Oh.
This is sad to see. It's so sad as Iron Fist. Bump him to B, bro. Bump him to.
How'd you buff BP out of F tier? I mean, the meta's just so against him, and I feel like he just... I don't know. That's a tough one, actually. That's a really tough one. I don't actually know. I would not be the person to ask because, like, I could see you breaking him 6 ways to Sunday if you buff damage or you buff movement or you buff cooldowns or anything like that.
5 spear.
That'd be a tough one.
Ashes.
But there you go. There's your tier
13.
list. If you enjoyed it,
13.
make sure to follow button if you
Flats,
haven't already.
you had to change one thing on
oh.
Ultron, what would it be and why?
I don't know. I don't know if I would change anything like to make him more strong or weaker or anything like that.
left-
I just don't like the not getting healed very often. Hold on. What are you doing here? Why are you at the end? Why did you skip to the end? You missed all the nuance. You're going to look at certain things like, why is Hulk over Venom? And you're not going to understand. We talked about it. Go back and watch the whole thing.
Locked in.
No, I know. You were like, I was just curious on where. No, go back.